there. Oh, thank you for swinging by today. Oh, I sure could use a visit. It's just been a roller coaster this morning in the chemo center. Not physically I'm fine. So far, chemo's going in no problem. Yay. It's just, my mental game is strong today. The force is not with me. You know, when you come in for chemo, you come in, at least in my facility, they schedule you for an hour, 2 hours before your chemo session. They draw your blood, take your urine, and they're checking everything, make sure you're okay, right? So you have to wait an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours before you get treatment in the cancer lobby full of cancer patients, you know, and the whole time you're mitigating your own stress, your own anxiety, because if your white blood cell count is low, if your protein is in your urine, there's so many factors that could prevent you from getting the drug that's keeping you alive. So, you know, you're like, try not to think about that. You just not in your control. You just wait for the results to come back, and this is every time, right? And you have to entertain yourself and sit in this space. All of these other people that are having their experience of cancer. And it's crushing. There's so much sadness and fear and exhaustion. There's just so much. By the way, my room's next to the train station, so I hope you can hear me over that. You know, there's a question they ask you every time that when they're bringing you, when you come in for doctor's appointment, you come in for your treatment, whatever, there's a list of questions, you know, are you in pain? Do you have any nausea? Have you fallen in the last 2 weeks? Are you dealing with depression or anxiety? Do you have any issues with eating? Are you feeling hydrated? Are you know, and there's a list of 30 questions that they go through, right? And one of them is, are you dealing with depression and anxiety? Seriously, since day one, since they started asking me this 2.5 years ago, every time I have this automatic body response. It's not even conscious. It's not me. They get to that and I just laugh. Are you dealing with depression and anxiety? No. Okay. Have you fallen in the last 2 weeks? No. Okay. Have you, you know, right? I mean, I have stage 4 terminal cancer. Are you dealing with depression and anxiety? Today I didn't laugh. Because today, it was a 2.5 hour wait between my blood work and when my treatment started, because just had issues today, you know. The printers weren't working, this wasn't happening. Just, what can you do? But because it was a 2.5 hour wait, you know, I was in the smaller lobby. And in the lobby, when I looked around, all kids. When I say kids, I'm not talking about pediatrics. Thank God, that's separate. It's just a bunch of folks in their 20s. when I first started coming for treatment, I was the youngest person in the room always. And it was hard. It was hard because you had all of these very kind people and their caretakers who would say, "Oh, honey, why are you here? You shouldn't be here. You're too young for this." And I'd nod and so sick. And in my head, I was going, "You're fucking right. I'm too young for this. Why the fuck am I here? What the fuck is happening?" I just go, yeah. The thing is that oh man, I understand what they were thinking, what they were feeling, because I don't know what's happening in my chemo center, my cancer facility. My nurses and I were talking about it, and today it just hit me because I couldn't, in this one little lobby, and there's this 21-year-old and a 24-year-old, and the sadness of that was just too much, and so I moved to a different lobby, and then there's more. How do you process this shit when you're a baby like that, I have almost 50 years of learned experiences to be able to figure out, and I'm not saying that it's easy, because God, it's not easy. But that's my point. I have learned what works, what doesn't work. I've learned so many techniques to just keep shitting rainbows. And these kids, you just see that they're so scared and they're so overwhelmed, and they should be, and it's getting more and more. And it's all GI cancer, right? All of us old guard. I say all of us. There's not that many people in my facility that have lived this long. That's why they call me the unicorn. And when they've got kids that are too scared or overwhelmed, they point to me in the lobby, point to me, stomping out my rage, dancing. I do whatever I have to do to get by. Nurses sometimes will make little introductions because I'm committed to shitting fucking rainbows. Today I didn't laugh when they asked me that question for the first time. Are you dealing with depression and anxiety? I know all the new people that come into the cancer ward. You see, because there's not that many of us that are in here every week for year after year. You can see when someone comes in newly diagnosed by their eyes, and then when you see that, it brings you back. Today was just so much. wish I could be one of those people that just walks down the street and doesn't notice anyone or anything. I always look at those people super jealous. My wife is kind of that way. I have to point out people things to her. Your brain just works differently. I'm jealous of it. I'd love to be able to walk down the hall and not see. All the fear and the sadness. And all those who've given up. They're so overwhelmed. The one good thing about today, though, besides you visiting me, thank you, is I'm in a new little room that I didn't know existed. So new experience, yay! They used to use this for something else, but now they're using it for us cancer patients because there's so many of us. They're out of space, but it's a private room. It's not in a pod with other people, and so I've got a nice little window, a door that closes, and I think that's nice for today because today I'm dealing with depression and anxiety. You don't have to stick around. I promise I'll be okay. I also have, I never know what my day in the chemo center is going to be like, so I bring video games, I bring graphic novels, regular novels, music, I don't know. I could just sleep, it doesn't matter, but I'm prepared. And today I'm really happy because I wasn't sure I wanted to carry this because it's really heavy, but I'm super, super happy because it's one of my favorite graphic artists. I'm going to turn some music on, and I'm going to read some for a graphic novel, and do the rest of this chemo. Find a way to dance out of here. Celebrate one more day around the globe. Alright, go on, get out of here. Depressing place. So thanks for swinging by.